Okay, Coach, disappointing loss to Jacksonville State. You have some opening comments?
Well, it was a very disappointing loss. I thought the kids had a good week of practice. In the second half, defense finally decided, I guess, to play a little football. I don't think they scored in the second half at all, offensively, that is, other than the two pick sixes. But you can't turn the football over on the number 9 team in the country and expect it to play well. And I think offensively, we drove the ball. Again, right there before the half, I guess you want to call it clock management issues, but we felt like we had 2 plays right there, and Mike's got to make a better decision and throw that first ball away under pressure. That gives us a second play down there to play. But maybe that's my fault for putting him in that situation to have to do that. So we got to go back and make sure that we're doing everything that we need to do to be successful to finish out this last game.
Now, do you feel like some of the injuries that you had on defense kind of played a role in today's game, or just
injuries have played a role all season? I mean, it's just been one of those deals where you got guys. We had 2 freshman offensive linemen in there today, and they fought their butt off. I thought we ran the ball with great efficiency. I thought we protected well for the most part. Defensively, Ladarius Jackson and Jeremy Patterson, our 2 biggest linemen, were out this game, and they're out for the season, quite actually. So. It's played a big part all year long, but the next man up got to play, and just unfortunate for us that those other guys are guys like Terry Stroud and Justin Brown. Some of the kids you saw out there tonight, they're the redshirt freshmen that hadn't played a lot of football, and to be thrown into the fire against a team like Jacksonville State, I'm proud of those guys.
You mentioned the last series of the first half, then you come right back and drive right back down there. I mean, it's hard to imagine. To realize how much. I mean, those 2 touchdowns right there, and it's 27.
Without question, you grab the points before the half, and then you get down there on, I guess, the 3 or 4 yard line.
6 plays, 67 yards,
and throw an interception in the end zone. We can't do that. This second week in a row that that's kind of happened. We got to make better decisions down there with the ball. And people say, well, why are you throwing it down there? Well, if they put 8 or 9 in the box, you got to be able to throw the football, but you got to make good decisions with the ball. So it's unfortunate. It's something that you live and learn from, but unfortunately for us, it's costing us opportunities to win football games.
in the second half, anything schematically that you changed defensively at all?
Well, we tackled better, I can tell you that. And we're just able to get some people over. I think you saw it starting, probably late in the second quarter. We were able to get some guys over the top of number 11, take away his favorite target, and, bracket some guys on the inside. And our biggest problem all year long has been pass rush. We've been banged up on the defensive line. So, the quarterback probably ran for 3 or 4 first downs. We got to be able to get to the quarterback with 4 when we do pressure him out of the pocket and whatnot. So, I think, you start seeing the trending after the first couple of scores that, their passing yardage died down a whole lot.
Treon Harris being out, did that affect the offense much? Steven had a good.
Treon Harris and Aaron Cawthon, starting receiver and starting tight end. We're not in there. Along with, I think Simmons, Lachavious Simmons, has a concussion, so he was out. And you already know about Demery and Burton. Those guys were lost for the season. So yeah, I mean, it's just how the season is going. You're losing good players and you're playing good teams. It just doesn't match up.
Did you go to your third center today?
Yes, we did. Jelps, we only had 6 linemen available for the game today.
Yeah.
And, we were holding our breath that one of them wouldn't go down. And when Jeter went down, Jamal Jelps, who normally plays guard and tackle, went in and took a couple of snaps at center.
Now, Jose and I were talking. He's now played every position in his career.
Yeah, he has. He can play every position on the line. He's a great utility guy. He started, a couple of games as a true freshman. So he has some experience, but him being able to go in there and snap the ball was a big benefit for us today because otherwise, Demetrius Cooley, again, our backup center, he was out today. Yeah, it's comical, but, we just beat up. We got a lot of guys out. We just got to keep fighting.
You talk about all the injuries, and you just talked about the offensive line being beat up, but even Earl Harrison kind of got beat up today. But you got 2 huge runs for touchdowns in Roberson and McCauley, and both their first touchdowns.
Well, we got we got some guys back there that we feel real comfortable with. You know, Sean Earl. You didn't see Sabri today. Sabri has been hurt for about 4 or 5 weeks also, so he's just getting back, you know, to close to 100%. So Sean was the next guy up when Earl went down. Earl hurt his ankle or his leg on the run that he made in the first half. So again, injuries are just plaguing us, man. But you know, at that position, we got a lot of depth, so it doesn't affect us as much as it does when you got guys like Darius Jackson and Jeremy Patterson, you know, in the defensive line and your interior there down. It doesn't affect you as much as those guys do.
And that's 2 weeks in a row you've gotten big plays out of the run game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're doing a good job up front. You know, we'll only lose 2 guys, you know, on the offensive line, and you know, we got some young guys we feel real comfortable with. So I think that the middle of the line, and hopefully we'll get Burton back with the medical. But you know, the middle core of the line has been playing really well, and Cheatham Brooks played well on the outside, and missing Latavius. You know, Cedric Banks, again, true freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, stepped in there today against one of the best teams in the country, one of the best defenses that we've faced all year, and did a really good job.
You know, obviously next week, senior week, but you're also having a chance to play for a share of the Sergeant York Trophy.
Yeah, and that's important, and that's what I just talked to the guys about. You know, we got to end this thing the right way. We're not playing for anything but pride right now. And, you know, our pride has been hurt this year. My pride has been hurt this year. But, you know, there's been a lot of unfortunate things to go on during this season. But at the end of the day, you know, nobody looks at all that. All they look at is wins and losses. And, you know, I'm the head coach, so it all falls on me. But, you know, our kids, and I just told them you're going to get a better effort from me, not this week than you've ever gotten before. And, you know, I feel like I put a great effort in every week. But, you know, I got to work even harder. We got to finish this thing out the right way. We got to send these seniors out on senior night with the win. And that's going to be incumbent on me to show strong leadership in this next week to be able to do that and grab a share of the Sergeant York Trophy.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, go Big Blue.